Morotegari, morote. Te meaning hand, moro means both. Gari is just to reap. Most people look at this as a tackle, and it's not a tackle. It wasn't illegal back in the 60s and 70s, the days that I was competing. This is a very fearful throw. 90% of ukemi no waza is what? Relax. No matter if you're flying through the air, you still have to be in control. It's like a skydiver that jumps out, right? While he's free falling, he's controlling that free fall. And it's the same thing with ukemi no waza. Most people go, yeah, and he never falls down. Because you think you're on the football field playing for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Yeah. When I catch here, look, that's all it is. Just pulling and then making sure, once again, the target. I always talk to you about target. Make sure you hit the target. You grab too low is no grab. You grab too high is no good. Just right, Goldilocks and the Three Bears, yeah? Hi, each, come out. Hey. See? Very simple. See here, just like that. Okay, go in, come out. Okay, don't try to throw yet. Just try to hit the target, both hands to the back of the knee. So you notice that my right foot is right under his komamusubi. I'm gonna drop down here. Here, see this here? You see how my elbows come out? And then they come back in, and then he falls straight back. And sometimes you have to take a step. Don't step in, because if you step in here, see, they just move back. They can gain their balance back, yeah? But if I'm here, okay, so I'll step back. See how I just made that move back here? And focus on the gari, which is the kari movement. Bring it back to you. So here you're in, right? You may have to come back here. But don't think of it as a tackle running into them, because they'll just back up and then, whew. If they're really good, he comes in down here, here, they'll grab here, and then come right in and do sumigaishi on you. But if you do that to me, oide. Hey, here, I go this way. Hey, tomoe nage, but I go on the inside. Any question? Morotegari.
Upper body.
Yes.
Angle of the upper body as you enter.
So here. What's my angle, Professor?
45.
Okay. This is the common mistake. They go here. This is really bad. You have to come here. See here? See how low I am? Should be able to get in low and then pull. He's just going to pull to bend my knee, and then it's up to me as the uke to take the fall. This is practicing safely. There's no need to push and throw him 6 feet under the mat. So Blaze, you want to demonstrate? Okay, good. So go ahead, Mike. Go in there. Okay. He comes in. Okay. And then push. Just like that. Now it's your turn to get thrown, Blazy. Hey, here we go. Just relax. And he goes down. Good. Okay. So that was good because he landed predominantly on his left. So instead of trying to roll over here, he just went ahead and did hidari ukemi, just with the left hand. You see? So how did it work on the battlefield? He come here, okay? This way here, right? Headbutt right there. So he comes in, high katana, right? Cha, here, right? And then down here. And then I pull. And then because they wore a kabuto, the big helmet, the helmets were not made to take a fall. Helmets were made so that when they used the katana to hit you, it would bing off. There is no cool padding like there is today in those great football helmets and things. They just wore a towel up here, and they had some leather or something inside, okay, that would hold it on there. When they hit straight back, it would break their neck. You gotta remember, on the battlefield, one must live and one must die. And that's how they fought. Arigato!